And we are back with some more Nova Scotia Supernovas franchise mode. And in this one, we have the year 9 playoff run where we are 60, 18-4 going into the playoffs. The best record in the NHL and by far our best regular season to date. So can we follow it up with a championship performance in the playoffs? Only time will tell. So we have the Florida Panthers here in the first round. They are 46-33-3. Certainly some good players on the team. Knight, Mukhanov, 4.5-star players. Then they have 4-star players in Barkov and Samoskevich. Some 3.5-star players in Berger, Lundell, Gould, and Fedotov. Offensively, they look, all right. 70 points for Mukhanov, 61 for Samoskevich. But, of course, no one on that team even compares to the amount of offense we got this year. 115 points for Peter, 104 for Jaeger, 80 for Onishko, 67 for Zetterberg and Makarov, 63 for Lodnia and Nemestikov, 58 for Kiviharju, 21 goals as well for him, 37 goals for Velikov with 57 points as well for Eriksson, 54 for Yurichek, 47 for Chikrin. We just got so much scoring. It's unbelievable, really. Stenberg, I believe, had 51 and 58. Yeah. So, we have an absurd amount of firepower. I will be very disappointed if we have anything less than a Stanley Cup victory this year. So that being said, let's get right into our series versus Florida. Here we go. Game number 1, that's going to be a 6-5 victory. So starting out very offensive this series. 3 stars of the game, Velikov, Nas, and Onishko. Shots at 44-33 in favor of your Supernovas. First period, you have Peter scoring from Lodnia and Jaeger. And then you have Blake and Bruner scoring for Florida, so they actually take the lead at one point. And then Denisenko with 2 goals to give them a 4-1 lead. But then it's Klee from Beck and Zarazun to cut the deficit to 2. Then it's Lodnia later in the period from Jaeger and Kiviharju to make it a 1-goal lead for Florida. And then in the third period, you have Onishko unassisted 51 seconds in to get the game tied. And then Velikov breaks the tie from Nemestikov and Onishko. And then you have Zetterberg halfway through the period from Velikov and Makarov. And then Lundell follows up shortly after to get the Florida Panthers back in the game. But it wasn't enough as we win 6-5 in game number 1. Here we go. Game number 2 will be a 3-1 win. So we get 34 shots on net to 20. Wow. Very low offensive game all around, but especially for Florida. 3 stars of the game, Jaeger, Molnar, and Lodnia. So first period summary, no scoring. Second period, Joshua Roy scores first. Then you have Lodnia about a minute after from Peter and Jaeger. Then in the third period, you have Klee from Velikov and Nemestikov, and then Lodnia from Peter and Jaeger, and that'll do it for game number 2. We have a 2-0 series lead, and Lodnia with the day-to-day injury. All right, luckily it's only day-to-day. Bruised finger, so he should be back at some point in this series, but it is unfortunately a major injury, so he cannot play, so we're going to have to take him out of there and get, it appears, Zetterberg on the first line right wing. Here we go, game number 3, and it will be your Nova Scotia Supernovas, no surprise there. 5-2 victory with 40 shots on net to 32 in favor of us. 3 stars of the game, Khmelevsky, Velikov, and Onishko. Khmelevsky with a 3-assist game. In the first period, you have Velikov from Khmelevsky and Nemesnikov. Second period, you have Yurichek with back-to-back goals within the same shift, it appears, 22 seconds apart. The first one from Peter and Onishko, the second from Nemesnikov and Khmelevsky to make it 3-0 heading into the third. Then you have Onishko from Chikrin and Jaeger, makes it 4-0, and then Mukhanov and Gardner get 2 back, but then towards the end of the game, Makarov with the empty net goal from Khmelevsky and Velikov to give us a 3-0 series lead. And unfortunately, Lucas Tomek is now injured. Unfortunately, that is also a major injury. Elbow contusion for 1 to 2 weeks. Doesn't appear like he'll be back within this series. He'll probably be back for the second round, though. I don't think we have to call anybody up because Liljegren and Wu are actually not currently dressed. Certainly some interesting lineup decisions there by the coach, but it seems to have worked out, at least for that game. So now it appears that Wu is getting in there as well as Liljegren. All right, game number 4, let's go into it. This is an elimination game. Come on, guys. First period. Just do what you've been doing all series so far. There you go, Nikita Makarov, the first goal of the game from Velikov and Zetterberg. We're up 1-0. And there it is, 2-0. Owen Beck with a goal from Zarazun and Chikrin. And there's another one, Liljegren from Makarov and Velikov. And there's another one, Jaeger with his first goal of the playoffs from Wu and Peter. We are already up 4-0, and it's not even the end of the first period. Wow. And there's Florida's first goal. Mukhanov gets one. But they have quite the mountain to climb here in the second and third period. And there's another one, Kiro Nishko from Jaeger and Peter. We're up by 4. And that'll be the end of the second period. Heading into the third now. Not looking good for Florida. They would need a huge comeback here. Barkov with the goal, but they're still behind by 3. Come on, Supernovas. Come on, hold it down, hold it down. There you go. We win 5-2 against the Florida Panthers, and in pretty convincing fashion as well in this series. We sweep Florida out of the playoffs. Shots were 37-30 in favor of your Supernovas. 3 stars of the game, Makarov, Velikov, and Zetterberg. And we have the Buffalo Sabres in the second round. They are 52, 24, and 6, 110 points. Of course, last season they had that amazing run, which I believe was like 66 wins or something like that. Oh, that was the season before, right? Sometimes things in these GM modes tend to blend together, and then I start getting some years confused, and yeah, it's a lot to remember. But the fact remains that they were recently a 66-win team, so they still have plenty of threats on this team, such as Wright, Dahlin, Roseanne, Fantilli. It looks like they actually don't have their goaltender from the last time we faced them anymore. No, they don't. It's Leinonen and Luukarainen. So, of course, the last time we faced them, we beat them, I believe, on our way to the Stanley Cup Final. So, hopefully we can repeat what we did that year, this year. So, here we go. Game number 1 of round number 2. That'll be a 4-3 victory for your Nova Scotia Supernovas. Shots are 48-36 in favor of Nova Scotia. 3 stars are Makarov, Gavin, and Onishko. First period, you have Makarov scoring from Onishko and Eriksson. Second period, you have Durargentsev scoring for Buffalo. And then you have Nemestikov halfway through the period from Kiviharju and Velikov. And then at exactly 20 minutes, no time left on the clock, Huglin, I don't know, scores for Buffalo to get the game tied. Wow. And then Juricek, early in the third period on the power play, gets the goal from Peter and Jaeger. And then Wright follows up soon after for the tie game, heading into overtime where Blake Zarazun, the call-up, the late-season call-up, gets the overtime winner, his first playoff goal from Onishko and Makarov, and we win game number 1, 4-3. And here we go, game number 2. We have a 6-0 victory, a crushing defeat of the Buffalo Sabres. Shots are 46-21. We just absolutely dominated in this game all around. 3 stars of the game, Juricek, Kiviharju, and Beck. First period, you have Juricek scoring from Eriksson and Zetterberg. Then you have Kiviharju from Beck and Khmelevsky. Then in the second period, you have Onishko from Wu. And then Beck from Juricek and Khmelevsky. Makes it 4-0. And then in the third period, Jaeger from Tomek and Lania. And then Makarov late in the period from Peter and Kiviharju puts it away. And that is a 6-0 victory in game number 2. We're up 2-0. Here we go. Game number 3. That'll be a 4-2 victory. We're just steamrolling through these playoffs right now. Shots are 45-38 in favor of your Supernovas. 3 stars of the game, Juricek, Wright, and Ivanov. So first period, Dahlin scores for Buffalo to get the game started, but then Juricek follows up soon after from Onishko and Makarov to make it 1-1. Second period, Liljegren from Nemestikov and Wu to make it 2-1. And then Onishko late in the period from Juricek and Zarazun to make it 3-1. Third period, Velikov from Zetterberg and Jaeger makes it 4-1. Soon after, Shane Wright scores to make it interesting, but nonetheless, we are up 3-0 in the series. Here we go, Game 4 against Buffalo. We have the opportunity to pull off the double sweep. So here we go. Can we do it? Come on, Nova Scotia. There it is. First goal of the game from Linus Eriksson from Juricek and Makarov. Gets us the 1-0 lead. And that is it for 1. Heading into the second period now. And there it is. Kiviharju from Juricek and Peter makes it 2-0. Yeah, there's a goal for Rotondi from Buffalo. Adam Fantilli from Buffalo makes it tied at 2. Oh, there's another one. Krebs for Buffalo makes it 3-2. Oh, okay. Makarov, we're back in business. He gets his 5th goal of the playoffs from Lodnia and Eriksson. Tied at 3, midway through the second period. And, okay. Khmelevsky with his first of the playoffs from Makarov and Eriksson. We're up by 1 once again. Very much a back and forth game here. Heading into the third period, who knows what will happen. And there's a goal for Blake Zarazun, his second of the playoffs from Khmelevsky and Provorov. And we're up by 2. Come on, Nova Scotia. There it is. Zetterberg from Nemestikov and Juricek. And we're looking pretty good. We're looking pretty good. Shane Wright with the goal. Hold on. Wait a minute. Okay, there we go. Onishko from Jaeger and Peter. It feels like every time I click play, there's a new goal here. Is there going to be another one before the end of the period? Nope, but that's fine with me as we win 7-4 and we win yet another series in a sweep. Yeah, we're kind of just steamrolling here. Shots are 45-34 in favor of your Supernovas. 3 stars of the game, Juracek, Kiviharju, and Makarov. And in the third round, we have the Carolina Hurricanes, who are 46-33-3. So here we go. Game number 1, round number 3. That'll be a 5-4 win for Carolina, so we suffer our first loss of the season, and it looks like just barely, as it did go to overtime. Oh, that hurts. 3 stars of the game, Knees, Peter, and Kokaniemi. Shots were 52-36, so we outshot them by a pretty wide margin, but they got it done in overtime, it appears. So first period, Aho gets the goal for Carolina. Then you have Jaeger and Makarov scoring in the course of 30 seconds. Jaeger on the power play from Peter and Kiviharju, and then Makarov from Chikrin and Eriksson. Then in the second period, you have Parker Kelly scoring for Carolina early in the period. Midway through, you have Lodnia from Peter and Jaeger, and then a minute after, you have Liljegren from Lodnia and Tomac. And then the third period, Knees with 2 goals to send it to overtime, where Dylan McKinnon scores 53 seconds in. And that gives Carolina the 1-0 lead. So that is our first loss of the playoffs. That is unfortunate. We could have very well had it. Just didn't go our way in overtime, it appears. Let's rebound from that and get ourselves a win here in game number 2. And there you go. That'll be a 5-3 Nova Scotia victory. Shots are 41-21. Pretty wide margin there, almost double. And then 3 stars of the game, Velikov, Matis, and Namestnikov. So first period, Namestnikov scores from Velikov and Khmelevsky. Second period, most of the scoring took place here. You have Peter from Jaeger and Lodnia, and then Eriksson from Lodnia and Tomac, and then Zetterberg from Velikov and Namestnikov. Then you have Jake Furlong for Carolina, and then Makarov follows up from Onishko and Eriksson. And then David Matis scores twice in the third period, one early, one late, but it was not enough as we win 5-3, and the series is tied at 1. All right, here we go. Game number 3. We are in Carolina. We have a 6-2 Nova Scotia victory. Shots are 47-29. 3 stars of the game, Zetterberg, Velikov, and Juracek. First period, you have Lania scoring early on the power play from Juracek and Kiviharju. Then you have Khmelevsky scoring from Zarazun and Beck. Second period, you have Zetterberg from Kiviharju and Juracek 17 seconds into the period. And then third period, you have Lania with the unassisted goal. Then you have McKinnon and Natchez scoring for Carolina. But then you have Juracek from Zetterberg and Velikov, and then Namestnikov from Zetterberg and Velikov. So we're up 2-1 in the Eastern Conference Final. And look who's back. Otto Stenberg has returned. So not only are we now up 2-1 in the series, we get one of our prime scorers back. Very nice. Stenberg, get in there. It looks like he's going to be on the 4th line for right now. That makes sense. He hasn't played in a while. Get him used to the swing of things. And besides, we're simulating pretty well right now, so there's no need to rush him back into the action full time, you know? Perfectly fine with him getting 4th line minutes for the time being. So, here we go. Game 4 in Carolina. We have the opportunity to go up 3-1. Can we do it? No, we cannot. They will take the 7-3 victory. Wow. Only 26 shots to 34, so we outshot them once again, but they made their shots count. 3 stars of the game, Aho, Ambrose, and McKinnon. First period summary, they get 3 goals in a row from Benson, Aho, and Tite. Then you have Stenberg in his return from Khmelevsky and Beck late in the period. Gets it to a 2-goal deficit. Second period, you have Benson, Aho, and Sveshnikov scoring back-to-back-to-back. And then Velikov scores to make it 6-2 from Namestnikov and Zetterberg. Third period, you have Kiviharju scoring at 7:04 from Peter and Juracek, and then Ambrose scores on the power play late in the period to wrap things up from Matis and Aho to give them this 7-3 victory. This has certainly been our most competitive series yet, though that goes without saying. So here we go, Game 5 at home against Carolina. Let's see what we can do. And we have the 6-3 victory. There it is. 60 shots? Are you kidding me? 60 shots to 26, or to 27, I should say. And we get the 6-3 victory. A lot of sixes in there. 3 stars of the game, Onishko, Namestnikov, and Peter. First period summary, you have Peter scoring from Onishko and Kiviharju. And second period, you actually have 3 straight Carolina goals, Natchez, Knees, and Jarvis. But then it's all us in the third period. Jaeger from Peter and Khmelevsky, Eriksson from Zetterberg and Beck, Eriksson from Beck and Zetterberg, Nemestikov from Stenberg and Onishko, and then Nemestikov with the empty net from Onishko and Stenberg. So, pretty dominant game for your Nova Scotia Supernovas. Oh no. Jaeger and Makarov both down at once. Are you kidding me? How long are they both out for? Oh, Jaeger suspended. That's unfortunate. What'd he do? And then Makarov's out for 1 to 2 months with a fractured foot. Not the time, guys. Really not the time. Especially you, Jaeger. You could have avoided that probably. I mean, injuries are going to happen, sure. So unfortunate with Makarov. But, I mean, Jaeger's not a dirty... It's not like Jaeger's a dirty player by any means. It's just very bad timing. All right, so Makarov on the injury list. Jaeger's got to be scratched next game. That is unfortunate. 2 of our big players there. Not the time, guys. Really not the time. It's unfortunate. It doesn't show you what the cause of the suspension is. I mean, unless maybe if I go back in the game log? Can I see that there? Let's see. Post-game analysis, maybe? Is there any way to find, like, how he was suspended? There's probably a penalty for it, right? Yeah. Oh, boarding. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, that was definitely avoidable. That is, that sucks. So we're going to have to go a game without Jaeger. Hopefully it doesn't cost us here in game number 6. But we do have the opportunity to move on to the Stanley Cup Finals here. So here we go. Getting into the real-time simulation. Come on, Nova Scotia. And with 5 seconds left in the first period, Martin Necas scores for Carolina. Are you kidding me? Not good. Not a good way to start out. Come on, guys. Kotkaniemi scores to give Carolina the 2-0 lead. Not good. Oh, no. Svechnikov makes it 3-0. Why did Jaeger have to take that boarding penalty? Not looking good. Oh my god. No. Lodnia with a detached retina. That's at least 1 to 2 months. We're getting all the worst possible things right now. A suspension, an injury to one of our other players, and then Lodnia goes down. That's definitely at least the rest of the playoffs. That he's out with a detached retina. Like, there's no way he comes back anytime soon from something like that. Khmelevsky with the goal with 1:26 remaining. Yeah, sure. Then Rubruk with the goal. Oh, no. No. 3 stars of the game. Svechnikov, Vikman, and Aho. You have got to be kidding me. Ivan Lodnia. Let's see how long. Yeah, I knew it was a major injury. Yeah, 1 to 2 months. I knew it. I freaking knew it. What's his production been like so far these playoffs? 12 points in 12 games. And then Makarov had 13 and 13. That is not good. That is not good at all. Actually, what's the rest of our roster doing? So, all right, at least we do have... I mean, obviously we have other guys going. We have plenty of other scoring options, but still, the fact that we lost our captain and one of our prominent centers in Makarov, kind of demoralizing for game number 7 here. Luckily, Jaeger's back. His suspension was only 1 game, but man, that hurt. That really hurt. All right, game number 7. Here we go. Come on, boys. Get it done. We need to get back to the Stanley Cup Final. There it is. Jiricek from Khmelevsky and Beck with the 1-0 lead. All right, heading into the second period with a 1-0 lead. And there's another one. Eric Kiviharju from Zarazun and Onishko gets us the 2-0 lead in game number 7. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Keep it going. Yes, Jiricek from Onishko and Zetterberg. That's his second of the game to get us to the 3-0 lead. And we are headed into the third period. Looking pretty good. Don't screw it up. Don't choke. Please do not choke. Oh no, Matthew Knees. No. There's still time left. It's possible. Okay, that's an injury for them. It's still possible. Please do not. Okay, thank goodness. Linus Eriksson from Zetterberg and Zarazun. Okay, thank you. Klee from Zetterberg and Makra. Was that Nemestikov or Makra? I don't know. I looked too quickly. And that appears to be it. No, one more for good measure. Kiviharju from Jiricek and Peter gets us the 6-1 victory, and we are headed to the Stanley Cup Finals. Thank goodness. That was a little too close for comfort. So the first 2 series, we just steamrolled right past. But this series, the Hurricanes made us work for it. 3 stars of the game, Jiricek, Kiviharju, and Onishko. Shots were 42-25, so overall we dominated in this game in particular. But the series, that was a different story for sure. And who are we facing in the Stanley Cup Finals? We have the Edmonton Oilers, the champions of last season. So this will be an interesting matchup for sure. All right, here we go. Our third Stanley Cup Final in the past 5 years. Of course, we lost our last one. We won the first one 5 years ago. And we have the chance to win it yet again here against Edmonton. Here we go, game number 1. That'll be a 3-5 Nova Scotia victory. Let's go. Shots were 62-38 Edmonton. Okay. We lucked out there. That was a very lucky game. I don't know how they only got 3 goals with that many shots on net. At first I thought that was 62 shots for us because we had gotten, 60 in one of the prior series. I forget which series that was. Yeah, we lucked out big time there. 3 stars of the game, Nemestikov, Aksientsiuk. That's a mouthful. And Peter with the 3 stars of the game. First period, you have Bawa scoring for Edmonton, getting the game started. Then you have Zetterberg 30 seconds later from Kiviharju. And then Liljegren from Zetterberg and Nemestikov gets us up 2-1. And then Greedon scores in the second period to get the game tied. In the third period, you have Eriksson from Velikov and Beck, Peter from Nemestikov and Provorov, then Onishko from Peter and Jaeger, and then Brink with the goal for Edmonton to get things interesting on the power play, but that was not enough, and we win 5-3 in game number 1. Here we go, game number 2. And that'll be a 2-1 Nova Scotia victory. Shots of 37 apiece, 3 stars of the game, Zetterberg, Forlin, and Ivanov. First period, you have Zetterberg scoring from Stenberg and Tomek. Second period, you have Brink scoring for Edmonton. And then third period, you have Kiviharju on the power play from Stenberg and Zetterberg to make it a 2-1 victory. Here we go. Game number 3. Can we take a 3-0 series lead? Yes, we do. 3-2 is the final score. This one, Edmonton outshot us once again, 38-29 in favor of them. So they've certainly kept us on our heels. I'll say that much. I mean, we've won every game, sure, but they haven't made it easy for us. 3 stars of the game, Kiviharju, Holloway, and Ivanov. First period summary, no scoring. Second period summary, you have Nemestikov from Zetterberg and Zarazun with his 7th assist of the playoffs, so he's proved to be quite the asset as far as replacement players go. Then you have Khmelevsky from Kiviharju and Stenberg 3 minutes later to get us up 2-0. Then Holloway and Bawa score for Edmonton to get it tied. And in the third period, Shekrin with the game-winning goal from Velikov and Klee. So just like that, we're up 3-0 in the series, and Onishko is injured. How long? Seems like a major injury. Okay, it doesn't look like it's that bad, but he will probably be out for the rest of the finals. That's unfortunate. Bruce collarbone. Here we go. Game number 4 against Edmonton. Can we wrap this series up with yet another sweep in these playoffs? First period underway. And there's a goal for David Klee from Eriksson and Beck. We're up 1-0. There's another one, Zetterberg from Peter. We're up 2-0. All right, that's the end of 1. And nothing happened in the second period, so we're heading into the third period. Of course, still up 2-0. And come on, just secure that second Stanley Cup in franchise history. There's another one, Jaeger from Chikrin and Zetterberg. And with 4 minutes remaining, that is all she wrote. We win our second Stanley Cup in franchise history. Every series besides Carolina was a sweep. Pretty impressive. I will say, Edmonton kept us on our heels. 47 shots to 39. Wow. And the 3 stars of the game are Ivanov, Zetterberg, and Peter. And there it is, the Stanley Cup Championship for the second time for your Nova Scotia Supernovas. We last won in 2026, and now 4 years later, here we are. Stanley Cup Finals winning goal was scored by David Klee. So, of course, we swept Florida, we swept Buffalo. Carolina gave us a run for our money. We swept Edmonton, although they did make it hard. They did make it very hard. As we take one more look at the box score here, they outshot us in just about every game, I believe, besides maybe one where the shots were tied. Yeah, Edmonton outshot us in game number 3 there as well. And then, yeah, the game number 2 is when we tied in shots. And then game number 1, I believe they outshot us as well. Yeah, 62-38. So, I mean, yeah, we still won every game, but they did not make it easy for us, that is for sure. I suppose with that, we'll check out the stats for the playoffs and then we'll end things off for year number 9. So leading our team in scoring is Zetterberg and Peter 20 points each in 19 games. Then you have Onishko with 18. Then you have 17 for Juricek, Nemestikov, and Jaeger. Then you have 16 for Velikov, 15 for Kiviharju, 14 for Eriksson and Khmelevsky, 11 for Beck, 9 for Zarazun in 17 games played, 8 for Stenberg in 8 games played. Then you have 6 for Klee, 5 for Chikrin, 4 for Liljegren and Tomek, Wu with 3 in 5 games, Provorov with 2. And in goal, you have Ivanov playing all 19 games with a .922 save percentage and 2 shutouts. Very nicely done. So there you go. Your Nova Scotia Supernovas are on top once again. And in the next one, we have the Year 9 offseason, where we will prepare to head into year number 10, where we can hopefully repeat as the Stanley Cup champions for the 3rd time in 6 years. See you guys then.